foods that support brain healing after a stroke is an interesting topic simply because the foods that help healing after a stroke are the foods you can use to prevent a stroke also. Sounds kind of weird, right? But if you think about it, really, the common diet in Kerala is this big mountain of rice, and then you have some vegetables as a seasoning on the top and some protein source. What we have is an altered ratio of consumption. Half of our daily intake should be plants and vegetables. That's where all the micronutrients and minerals and flavonoids are. 1/4 of our meal can be grains, preferably whole grains that have not been refined at all. And then 1/4 can be a protein source. If you get an animal source, you're going to get a little bit of cholesterol. If you get a plant source, you'll probably get a little bit more of antioxidants and fiber. So it's not to say animal sources are bad. I use them too. But at the end of the day, you don't want to put too much in at a time. But that is a nutritious diet. Half the daily intake of plants and vegetables, 1/4 grains, 1/4 preferably plant proteins. So these are the same meals that can help reduce weight, they can control blood pressure, they can control diabetes, they can overall make less stress for the brain. If a person has never had a stroke, and even if they've had a stroke. When we look at stroke, the majority of the time, stroke is actually going to be a non-communicable disease due to mismatch and ratio abnormalities in the way we're eating. Too much carbohydrates, too much fats, too much of the nonsense that we don't need. So getting the nonsense out, getting back into a healthy diet is very helpful for the entire body, for removing hypertension, diabetes, or at least reversing them to some degree, or putting them in control, and then taking the load off of the brain.